What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you all for being here. Let's get started. Might have to go in a second, so let's try to make this quick. We do have somewhat, if you look at the closing bases of this 1 hour, we're on the 1 hour time frame here. If you draw a straight line there, you can see that we found a double bottom on a closing basis perspective. We actually had a tweezer bottom here on the wicks. We moved lower with dramatically less volume, right? Not dramatic, but significantly less volume, right? Volume dropped off, we moved lower, and this kind of look, in my opinion, coincides with the idea of a bottom, right? You don't generally lose volume and continue to go down. It's when you start to lose volume, right? When volume's dying off, that's when you get your reversal point. And we could move lower and volume could continue to die off, of course, but this is a good sign. That's all I'm trying to say, is it's a good sign, right? Holding support in this area that we've actually held support, not just here, but back here as well. This could be a fake out, right? You had your double bottom, you broke out, fake out, move up. You do have some form of bullish divergence where you have a higher low on your 1 hour RSI and a tied low here. I say tied, I mean like very symmetrical. I mean, they're very much identical, aren't they? They're like right there. Let me see. Like they're very identical lows. So having identical lows and having higher lows, that is a form of bullish divergence. So that could very well be the low for Bitcoin, sitting there at about 64.6K. That does meet the range that we've been looking for Bitcoin to find its low. Absolutely, it could go lower, but that's enough for me. I do feel confident in calling for a low here, but it could go lower. Let's just see. Low to high. I mean, I think that's it, man. If not, we're going to go down to 62K to 61K, somewhere around there. I don't think 60K is going to break. But I think that's it. I think we've done it. I think that's the low, man. Just below the 382, holding the 382 time and time again. Let's see how today closes. I'd really like to see today close. The task for today is to close the price above 65.6K, 62K, 65,600 and what is that, 20? Hold on. Yeah, $65,620. Close above there. And that would just give me more reason to believe that that is the low. As long as we're not closing below there, I'm pretty excited that that could be the low. If we look at this relative low here to this relative high, your 1272, 1414 area, it all looks so good, man. So yeah, calling for the low. Definitely calling for the low. That doesn't mean that we're moving up immediately, right? We've seen this before where we found our low. Sure, we moved up immediately, but we moved down. We didn't really start to move up until weeks later, right? Found your low here. Sure, you moved up a little bit immediately, but you didn't get that separation. You didn't really start to move until like a week and a half, 2 weeks later. Don't expect that we're going to see new all-time highs by the end of this month. I really did think at the beginning of this month that we would, but this past like couple weeks actually has been not ideal to that idea, right? It definitely doesn't look like that. So we're just consolidating more, right? It's just boring price action, standard volatility, whatever you want to call it. But I do think we'll start to work our way back up. Probably to close this month out, we could even see prices above 70K by the end of this month. I just don't think we'll see new all-time highs. And then sometime next month, hopefully, we can start to move up. It probably won't look exactly like that, but we can start to move up. If not, maybe, the beginning of next month we move down, we still consolidate, and then toward the end of the month we start to move up. But I would expect next month we see new all-time highs. At any rate, this month, right now, if we're not at the low, I think that we're very near it, not just in a price perspective, but in a time perspective as well. But I am calling for this to be low, and I think we're going to work our way up higher. So that's all I got to say. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. Take care. Bye-bye.